You don't understand it. You don't understand. And one of these assholes gets in the comments.
I'm that asshole.
You want to get on it now because in the future it might be too late. Okay, we love doing that.
Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no Super Chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them. Collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
You dumbass. Let me educate you. What you described as a free market system. When you bought your games for really cheap and you sold them for more, what is that? What is that called? It's called capitalism. These are just digital assets. Here's my original comment. Let's talk about what's going on here. Mr. Pat Contri doesn't like it when you disagree with him. You know, he criticizes a lot of people, a certain CEO, of the same behavior, but man, does this guy have thin skin. Here's my original comment. Just so you guys know what is it he's upset about. Here's my comment. Within 15 years, digital assets will be part of the mainstream environment. When Nintendo starts selling them, you'll know it's real and you'll be too late. Nintendo is famous for always adopting things later. The CD, right? Online gaming, and so on and so forth. You know, these gentlemen talk about NFTs because it's scary to them. They don't understand it. They understand making money, and they certainly understand suckering people out of money. That's why they're experts at what they do. Right? These are professional crowdfunders. You may not know who Pat Contri is, so let me tell you, he is a podcaster. You may know him from his professional crowdfunding efforts on Patreon, or, you know, his different realities. You know, he lives in a different world than we do. When we have a problem, we have to work for it. We have to hustle. We have to do something, right? When he has a problem, he goes to Patreon. That's what he does, or he starts a Kickstarter. Let me give you an example. When Ian was having health issues that, you know, you guys can look up that history and see how that got resolved. Do you think he sold one of his expensive games, maybe part of his collections, and he should have helped his buddy out, like probably we would have, right? Especially because Ian carries the show. Without Ian, that show isn't shit. There's a reason why he's not doing the solo podcasting anymore, because nobody wants to go on it. Because people think he's an asshole, like what he just called me, and I can be an asshole. I'm going to be an asshole to you now, but I'm also going to teach you, and I'm going to educate the public. Not you particular, Pat. You're gone. You're an e-beggar for life, and you're always going to sit in a position of privilege that you're denying other people access to the markets that you don't understand. Many of the people that benefit from NFTs and from crypto are people that are not able to access markets in any other way. Mr. Pat Contri, because of free money that he gets, right, and the way he's sold his soul by selling ball washers and, you know, ball trimmers to video game nerds out there and people that have to sit through these ads that have nothing to do with video games, he has the privilege of going out there and getting a bank loan for whatever he wants. But what if you're disenfranchised, right? What if you don't have access to those banks like Mr. Pat Contri here does? Or if maybe you have a big hospital bill, you know, and, you know, Ian said NFTs are shit. But, you know, what if somebody pays with a hospital for that? They can't get a Kickstarter from their buddy in order to pay hospital bills. Did we get was there a surgery after that? I don't know. Was there transparency in that deal? Because, you know, you guys called for a lot of transparency, but I didn't see anything in that. Or how about in your Patreon where you have 642 suckers that pay money for something that has absolutely zero value? Now, what are these idiots giving you as an alternative? What are we doing now, right? They're saying that these NFTs and crypto is corrupting the market. It's so scary for them. They don't know what to do. They're going to save you from making money. How many hours have you guys spent on video games? How many? How many donations have you given to Patreon? What have you gotten for it? this is what you've gotten for it. You've gotten a lot of wasted time and money. The Web 3.0, which is going to be based on a lot of these transactions, is going to be a decentralized movement, you know, and that's what people are calling 3.0. It's going to be a new game experience for a lot of people. Maybe it's not for us. Maybe it's not for you. This is not financial advice, and I'm not telling anybody to go out there, you know, invest all their money in crypto or NFTs or anything like that. What I'm saying is don't dismiss them, and don't talk out of your ass like these two fools here that have absolutely no fucking idea what they're talking about, because none of this affects them, right? All they see, because that's how they make their money, is clickbait videos about anything that appears to be a scam. Now, NFTs and cryptos are brand new markets, absolutely, you know, and it's largely unregulated, and there's a lot of dangers out there. Just like in the stock market, the one good thing that you can say about this whole crypto movement is that it's brought a lot of new investors into the market, a lot of young investors, right, which would have never happened in the past. Back in the 80s, you know, when I started thinking about stocks, there is no way in hell I had access to any of this, right? The requirements for opening an account were outrageous. You know, my poor mom couldn't do that for me. But kids now can do it. Young people can do it. And that's a good thing when they're participating in the market and buying long-term stocks and become owners of these companies. What's the alternative that they're offering? They don't offer you dick. Absolutely not. You're spending, what, I spent 150 hours on Persona 5. Did I earn anything? Did I get anything back? Wouldn't it be better if I could get at least the price of the game back? Maybe some sort of collectible that I could have. Something, you know, it's better than nothing, which is what you're getting now. How many people have spent hours and hours and hours on Fortnite? Or name your game in Halo now, and you get absolutely nothing. Play to earn is gonna really break some new barriers, but think of it like this, right? There's a reason that Pat and Ian have the same position on NFTs as, you know, China and other oppressive governments, right? Because they don't want you to have access to what they have access. Do you think Pat goes out there in his famous garage sales and he goes, you know, you're selling me these games too cheap. I know what the market value is, so I'm going to pay you market value. Hell no, he's not going to do that. Do you think Pat is going to go out there and say, you know, this expensive NES game, I think it's too expensive. Let me sell it to you for what I think is fair. Fuck the market value. No. When they say it's a pump and dump, it's buy low and sell high. That's the nature of the market. That's the nature of any market. If you're going to be trading, you need volatility. You do. You can make money on the way down and you can make money on the way up. Believe it or not. But those are things that you need to educate yourself in if you wish to, right? I'm not saying to go out and do it. But let me tell you who is benefiting the most from these crypto, from these kind of assets. You can have NFTs that you can rent, you can have NFTs that you can sell. And who are the biggest customers of these, right? Well, you know, if you're talking, for example, about CSGO, just to name somebody to you, let's talk about China. China has a huge market for, you know, CSGO items that they buy and sell over there, but it's all controlled by the government. So they also have a large underground market when it comes to NFTs and things like that. Who are other big customers out there? Africa, the Philippines, Venezuela, right? Venezuela, you know, you socialists out there? Probably these two, you know, according to their politics. Socialism has never worked, and there's no better proof than Venezuela right now, where people were eating out of garbage trucks at one point, right? People there are using crypto, are using NFTs to build a better future because their government doesn't give them access to capital. And so do a lot of inner city kids. How many inner city kids now know about crypto, know about NFTs, and have an opportunity to get into the market? Will they lose money? Will they learn by their mistakes? Yes, just like in any other business. Just like in any other business. But these two idiots here are telling you not even to consider it, that everything is going to be a scam. And that's absolutely not the case. Let me tell you this, the NFT market has grown from 2017 from $250 million to right now we're talking about $750 million. Most of those are young people. Most of those are new investors to the market from many different places, a lot of them disenfranchised. But Pat and Ian wouldn't know that because they use their audience as a credit card, a monthly stipend of free money. So they are never going to have the experience that a regular kid around the block is going to have that maybe only has 20 bucks or 50 bucks that he wants to turn into 100. They're never going to experience that. So they have no clue of what the fuck they're talking about. Their point of view is so narrow, they don't see anything else. There's venture capitalists that are out there now investing in this market. As the markets get bigger, there's going to be more regulation. There's going to be more taxes applied, which is going to eventually benefit everybody, right? It's the Wild West out there. So am I saying go out and buy every NFT out there or every Bitcoin? No, do your due diligence. But the one thing you shouldn't do is listen to people who get free money, who are professional, and I mean professional crowdfunders giving you financial advice. If they were so great at money, they wouldn't need your money to get their shit done, right? You shouldn't even listen to me. Do your own research. I'm only giving you a different point of view. This is not financial advice. What I'm saying is don't close the doors and don't make generalizations when you're talking out of your ass just because you want clicks. That's a disservice. You want to call me whatever you want to call me, go ahead. Yeah, I'm an asshole, I'm whatever. But the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to tell people not to invest something that I don't have any clue of what the hell I'm talking about, and at the same time try to sell them something that has absolutely no value while I'm using them as a credit card. So you can sit on this one.
New videos every weekend and whenever I feel like it. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Ring that